Okay, I forgot to determine which probe. Each one has its own channel. There's two probes. Which ones I connected for the data logger. So I had to take the shell off again. What a pain in the butt. I'm getting good at it, probably like Jason. But okay, so I'm going to put something around this particular probe to help kind of contain the heat. I really don't feel like peeling off the insulation, but some sort of a wrap, thermal type that will keep the heat trapped inside, but should give me a good depiction, because whatever the connectors are on the inside is going to definitely transmit heat through these little heat shrinks and give me a temperature reading on the outside. But in any event, here's the one coming from the motor wires, and then we also have another probe down here directly over the motor wires coming right out of the axle shaft. So you can see the axle shaft right there. Then up here we have our data logger that goes to my iPhone. So everything is Bluetooth. Over here is the Bluetooth module. So what I want to do, I need to find out which one of these temperature readings belongs to which probe. So what I'm going to do is I have a little ice pack here, and I'm going to put it on the probe that's coming off the motor wires at the top. So if we look at the reading up here, we can see that both of them are, well, we have 22.95 centigrade and 22.5 or 23.55 centigrade. So they're within a half a centigrade of each other. So let's see which one of the probes belongs to which channel. Okay, so I'm going to take this cold packet and set it on top of my wires. And I'm going to come up here and look to see. And one of them should be dropping. They asked me if I want to keep the connection open. I do. So we can see that the one on the right, it's now down to 16, 15 degrees centigrade. 14, 13. So this particular probe is going to be for the right-hand channel. That's down to 12. Starting to climb into 13. Now as the cold is starting to dissipate and it's picking up ambient temperature. But now let's go in the opposite direction. Let's check the probe for heat. Now I'm going to try to get this out of the way so we don't have anything affecting the other probe. I'm going to use a heat gun. Now let's go up and check our temperature. And we can see the temperature climbing. Rapidly. Up to 50 degrees centigrade, 59. So it appears to be working. Now it's up to 60 degrees, 68 degrees centigrade. It should start to drop. 63, 62. So now, as the heat starts to dissipate, it'll return back to what this probe is, which is actually the wires coming directly out of the motor shaft. So, okay, so now we know that that channel there is for the wires that have the bullet connectors, and the left channel is for the probe that's coming out of the wires that are coming out of the axle. So, alrighty, well, we'll put it back together and start doing some testing. Before I bottle this up, I wanted to show you what I did. I have some of this Mylar solder material. It's very, very thin. I wrapped it around the motor wires with the bullet connectors over the probe, so it should contain all the heat that's generated there. And then I've also done it down here where the other probe is, coming off of the wires coming out of the axle. So that should give us a very accurate temperature reading in these particular regions.